Hello and a very good morning to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a brand new week on the show and the third day in the month of August. Now we have something special for you on today's show. In fact, I've been freaked out by someone just sitting here.
Yeah, we'll get to find out.
Yeah,
of course, it's your numero uno show, Wake Up Nigeria. And as you know, we always come early with that splash of sunshine into your face to brighten your day and set you for the mood for the week ahead, of course.
Speaking of bright smiles, did you see Mary's bright smile this morning?
And my bright dress too, you know. Yeah, my bright dress too. Good morning! I am so excited. Today is going to be full of surprises. I can't wait. I'm barely containing myself.
August is already on us, the month of entanglement.
Wow, Mike.
Yeah,
really?
You know that stuff has been trending, and I'm like, please, let's not just go into it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
too early.
we're not. It's just a pseudonym for August. That's what it is.
And as you already know, the joy of celebration is in sharing. And after the Salah celebrations over the weekend, with a lot of ram eating and all this family time, hopefully you're ready for a brand new week.
Now, this is, I have to make this reference. I saw something that made me, I had to go out and hustle for ram.
Okay.
They say if you don't get ram in Salah, you have bad behavior.
Wow!
So, I wasn't very sure whether I had bad behavior or not. So I had to use the ram to, actually, I got some, and I had made noise about it. But hey, come on, like you said, of course, apart from the rams and the drinks and all of that, I hope you had enough rest. Now it's time to get up with the right attitude and make the best of this new day and this new week.
So I'm sorry, Mike, I have to cut you. This guy is freaking me out. Like, he's not moving, he's not doing anything.
Finally moved.
So you know what I think now?
It's getting
That's
really
creepy,
eerie.
kind of.
Like,
The song that's in my head now, baby shark.
I can imagine.
why?
Yeah, he knows why I say shark. Maybe he's the only person that knows why that song is coming to my head now. Well, you don't know. You don't know why. Okay, you should know. You should know. Of course, there's a great array of TV content specially prepared for your viewing pleasure. I am Mike Mesikenor.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinsan. Now, if you have to move around, stream this show live at tvcentertainment.tv. You can also stream the show on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Send in your comments. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We'll take social media today so we can interact with you and we'll get to, entangle ourselves in the right way.
This entangle word, you need to stop. You know what? Download our app. Download it for Android or iOS. You can watch us on your mobile devices from anywhere in the world. And because of this big secret we have, you need to stay glued.
Of course, to catch up with us, YouTube, that's the place to be. TVC Entertainment, that's the channel. Subscribe and click that bell to get notifications whenever videos come up.
Yes, sir. Speaking of things that come up, on Fridays, something comes up at 2:30 p.m. on Instagram Live.
Of course.
Yeah, very important. It's
called
called Extra. Wake Up Nigeria Extra.
We'll get on the tune. But let's get straight to what we have this morning. Of course, Today kicks us off. It's Daily Vulnerables.
Race, gender, sexuality, color, capitalism, social media, certain social media. I don't like to beat up on Twitter because Twitter has done a lot of good.
We need to be deeper life.
We'll begin our e-learning series with Mercy John. She'll be talking to us about Google Classrooms and how Nigerians can leverage digitally. Yeah. Goodness me. It's all about leveraging.
It's funny that you mentioned Today in History. Lately, I've been really catching up on Mark Twain's books. Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn. And I feel like I'm being transported to like a century or more ago. And
Speaking of transportation, this is... we're being transported into a place where we've never been.
It belongs to another planet.
Like,
I'm not quite sure if it's Mars.
Yeah.
But
So-
it's a little weird.
it is a little weird.
I saw the teaser over the weekend. You know, it made me remember George. You seen George Dredd or RoboCop? Me about Job Manson, I was like, and there's a point now still writing my name. Like they say, who's the new kid on the block? You still went to put my what is doing you? But hey, come on, you know how it is. It's a big reveal today.
Yeah, the teaser has been running since
There's a song playing
Friday.
in my head. It can't stop.
What?
Just up all night to get one. Because I'm just looking at him and I'm thinking of Daft Punk.
The way you're doing that, somebody will be expecting that. This Friday night, when social gatherings are open from next week. Yeah, so I think that the way Mary is doing now, this next Friday, I will handle Mary on the dance floor.
Wow.
But
See, they know better.
no, they don't. The way you're doing, they don't.
I actually wish that was the case, but of course.
They don't.
So it'll be interesting to see your comments on our teaser. So we put the teaser out last Friday, and we've been, expecting all your comments. And who do you think this person is? It's been really funny.
Now, of course, please stop with some kind of comments, but so many wonderful
I've seen
comments.
Mike. I've seen Makotabo.
Yeah.
I've seen
What?
who
else?
was even the first thing someone mentioned, and I'm like, okay, yes, I get the swag. It's kind of like Mark, but then Mike will probably fit before riding a bike, so I'm not quite sure about that one.
I
But
think
do you like
but
bikes?
Mike, he might
Bikes,
be a biker.
no.
You don't like bikes?
Bikes are, you see,
He has one life.
you see the thing with bikes. You see, there are some people. You see, it's called proclivity. You have an affinity for some things, and some people are born with some things. Just chill. We'll talk about that later. But of course, all will be revealed very soon. So stay tuned, of course, for more on that. Thank you for all those comments. Some people probably will win those goodie bags we spoke about. 3 of them, the first 3 across all social media platforms. Thank you for being a part of all that.
Yeah.
Today is the day where we reveal the new kid on the block.
Yes,
The block.
So that's how it is. And of course, how's your weekend? How did you guys
Oh, my weekend was fantastic. Work mostly.
work? Okay, yes.
Yeah,
Saturday and Sunday.
morning, Sunday evening on radio. In between, I was trying to put so many things together, mostly mental, but a lot better now.
But everything. How about you?
Yeah, so I've been trying to just get extra rest on the weekends because the weeks are it feels like they're all blending into one. All the days are blending into, a lot of work is happening back to back. And then, of course, a brand new month. You have targets, you want to hit them before the end of the month.
Yeah.
Good.
That's one of the things I'm trying to improve on, making sure that I get things done before the end of the month.
So if I have to move around, if I have to see anybody, I normally make it weekends because weekdays now, with the closure of 10 Mainland Bridge, you really have to, it has to be very important before I move. But weekends is normally a little bit easier. Early in the morning, if I have to rush out, see someone. So most of the times, weekends are times for me to get out and then, of course, catch some rest, but I will also find a way to get to catch up on
I
things
find that
didn't
Third
do.
Mainland Bridge thingy rather surprising. I was expecting more traffic, but somehow.
It is, in some places. So,
At this
the
point,
detour,
guys,
valuable.
I think it's about time for our news update.
For news, all right,
Mary,
good.
it's
Oh,
all
okay.
yours.
All right. All right. So schools are set to reopen for exit classes on the 4th of August. And the Ogun State government has made COVID-19 and malaria tests mandatory for boarding students. The special advisor to the governor on basic and secondary education, Ronke Shoyombo, says the students will only be admitted after presenting their certificates from specialized public health centers. She said the government will pay for COVID-19 tests in state-owned schools after negotiating a huge discount with some healthcare providers. Owners of private schools and parents are free to engage with any service provider of their choice certified by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Now, days after an attack on his convoy, Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum wants President Muhammadu Buhari to find the saboteurs in the country's security architecture. He insists that some elements are trying to frustrate the efforts of the government in ending the insurgency. Correspondent Kolomi Dala compiled the reports.
The entourage arrived at the government house, Maiduguri, and were received by Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum and his predecessor.
In Borno today, on behalf of all our colleagues, to wish our brother and the good people of Borno happy Salah. And secondly, to show sympathy and express our commiseration with the incident that happened a few days ago.
The Borno State Governor was quick to appreciate their visit and show of concern.
Sympathizing with us over the recent attacks on my convoy that had happened in Baga a few days ago. On behalf of the people and government of Borno State, I wish to convey my profound appreciation for them for this gesture.
The governor is still shocked about the attack on his convoy and feels it is a work of saboteurs in the security architecture of the country, and is quick to bring this to the notice of President Muhammadu Buhari.
There's need for us to also say the right thing. There is a sabotage in the system that will not allow the insurgents to end. The president has to know this very important truth. When he came to Maiduguri a few months ago, I said so.
Borno State has been battling the Boko Haram insurgency for over a decade and needs support to make the state economically viable again, especially with thousands of residents living in IDP camps without any means of livelihood.
Sympathize with our colleague, the governor of Borno State, for the unfortunate incident that happened a few days ago at Baga, to encourage him and to also confirm to the people of Borno State that we are in it together. These challenges are for all Nigerians, and it's not just for Borno people. We'll continue to urge the security agencies to do more. We'll continue to urge and mobilize more funding to support both the security agencies, the resettlement, so that people can go back to their normal lives.
Observers see the visit as timely and hope it will prompt a rapid response to ending the senseless war which has reduced the state to a shadow of itself.
Still on security matters, Christians in Kaduna State are calling on the government to step up efforts to end the killings in the southern region. They made the appeal at a special prayer and indoor protest over the recent attacks on communities in the state. Clad in black, they are demanding an end to the sad story. State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Joseph Hayab, says they are now really scared in the state. The Christians say they will be meeting by 2 p.m. every Sunday throughout the month to pray and condemn the killings.
We are not just going to pray, but we are praying for the entire nation, praying for Kaduna State in particular, because of the killings that are ongoing. I said ongoing because you go to southern Kaduna, go to Birnin Gwari, you find people displaced. This is uncalled for. Let the government discharge her responsibility of securing lives and property of the citizens of this country.
About 117 Nigerians stranded in 3 East African countries as a result of the coronavirus pandemic have returned home. They were evacuated from Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania. The airplane, which transported the returnees, landed at about 3 this morning at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, in line with the safety guidelines on COVID-19 prevention and control. The returnees will go on self-isolation for 14 days. And that's it on the news updates for this hour on Wake Up Nigeria. We will take a break and return with the sports news. Stay with us.
All right, let's take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. Today is Monday, 3rd of August, 2020. This is my birthday month, Mary.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, that was what I kept thinking of over the weekend, that Titi's birthday is coming. I wonder what she's going to be up to this month.
Yeah, let's get back to the headlines. Yes. I don't know whether I'll be in the paper on that day. But
we can't tell. You're always full of surprises.
All right, it says here, poor preparations threaten students' resumption this week. Most schools lack hand washing points, running water, PPE, others. Lagos, Ogun, other SSS 3 students resume Tuesday. Gombe, Enugu, undecided. COVID-19 violation, guests flee as Ekiti shuts hotel during wedding. Coronavirus tests in 61 laboratories free, says NCDC. Businessman attempts to jump into Lagos Lagoon over 5 million naira debt. Sanwo-Olu pays off debt. Oh, no, this is 0.5 million naira debt. Okay, 0.5.
That's 500,000 naira.
Yeah. It says here, Bristol pilots, engineers begin strike over alleged discrimination. We must review Chinese other loan agreements, reps insist. And I'll wrap with this one. It says here, marketers stockpile petrol. August price may hit 150 per litre. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
Moving on to the Nation newspaper now. What I have here is federal states meet on next step as exit pupils return. Protest over 25,000 naira test fee in Ogun. Oyo adjusts calendar. Boarding houses open in Lagos. Choir schools waiting for directive. Here, there's a quote, nothing in this section shall empower the courts to stop the holding of ad hoc delegates, elections, primaries, or general election, or the processes thereof. And this quote has to do with this next headline, which says, INEC seeks more powers on election process primaries. Down here, we see PDP, CNPP, Atiku tackle Buhari on loans. COVID-19 stories table. That's on page 4. You might want to read up on that. Up here, we see Fasomi's funeral rites begin today. Burial in Ekiti tomorrow. Masari, only 30 policemen in 100 Katsina villages. Federal government saves 120 billion naira monthly from digitalization. Manufacturers groan on the forex scarcity. Edo 2020, campaign of calumny won't work, says APC. Shaibu accuses Oshiomhole of seeking third term by proxy. CBN reports, banks raise lending rates to 30%, cut interest on deposits. Total loans to businesses hit 18.90 trillion naira. And of course, there's more pressure on Jegede to pick Ajayi, as well as Oshun approving 500 million naira for pension. Great news for the old folks. All of these stories and more in the Nation newspaper today.
Okay, I have the Guardian newspaper with me now, and it says how e-learning flops in public universities. Inadequate infrastructure, lack of expertise hamper progress. Stakeholders list epileptic power supply, erratic internet network as challenges. Now the story is quite a long one there. It starts on the cover and wraps up on page 6. How compulsory BCG vaccination reduces COVID-19 spread and deaths by a study. Page 3 has more on that. PDP NWC moves to stop Ondo deputy governor from joining ZLP. Police students protest, demand reopening of higher institutions within 14 days. And airlines panic as federal government withdraws 27 billion naira support. Operators cut pilot salary, sell assets to pay debts. Unions kick, serve ultimatum over wage cuts. And stakeholders rally carriers to survival strategies. Goodness me, a lot happening in that sector. And I'll wrap with this one. It says, so far, the number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria is 43,841, with a death toll of 888.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Do we have time for more?
I believe we can, yes.
Okay. Nigerian Tribune is what I have now. And it says $3.313 billion Chinese loans Nigeria pays $461 million, still owes $3.12 billion. Serap wants courts to compel Buhari to publish details of government loans since 2015. And here's a table showing status of loans obtained from China Exim as of March 31, 2020. There's an article on building enduring businesses here. But moving on, why central banks must prioritize transparency. That's coming from the IMF. Ibadan Jericho Hospital section shut as health workers test positive for COVID-19. Rotation can end after South gets power in 2023, and that's coming from Arewa Youth. Nigerians should determine what happens in 2023. That's coming from Babangida Aliyu. Now up here, we see trading Nigeria's sovereignty for loan, height of irresponsibility. That's coming from article. Review all foreign loan agreements, PDP tells a National Assembly. Labour calls out workers for nationwide protests next week over unresolved issues of corruption. UN worried as explosives killed 230 Nigerians in 2 years. Here we also see NDIC to revoke licenses of 37 weak microfinance banks. Ondo Guba, PDP moves to stop Deputy Governor from joining ZLP. And finally, school reopening. Parents protest 25,000 naira COVID-19 tests in Ogun State. Now, all of these stories and more, of course, you can catch in Nigerian Tribune today.
All right, and that's how we wrap it up on the headlines and the dailies for this hour. We're going to be taking a quick break and be back with more. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
Time for Lagos traffic updates on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, of course, you know you have to be extremely careful with how you manage your movement. That is why we are here to ensure that you get to your intended destination on time and, most importantly, safe and sound. I'm going to start off today with the Ojodubeja bus stop axis towards CMS Garage. So Ojodubeja to CMS Garage axis. Okay, so taking the third mainland bridge right now, guess what? It will take you just about 40 minutes if you're driving, which is actually very good time. I was expecting it to be much worse at this time. So now is the best time to get out of the house. As it is, Ojodubeja axis, when you're around Ojodubeja, there's light traffic just after the bus stop. But it's mostly a freeway. In fact, that freeway would take you through toll gates, that's the motorways area. And as soon as you're past the Ojota Bridge, you would experience light traffic again. But as I said, it's light traffic, so much so that you will have it quite free. It's a freeway until you are approaching Bagada. That's where you would experience light traffic. And then just at Bagada is where there's a gridlock. And that's about the only gridlock you would encounter, in fact, until you get on the bridge. When you're past Oworonshoki bus stop, the gridlock eases out to be light traffic until you're about to get on the bridge. The bridge, oh my, it's a freeway, and I'm not even kidding. Until you get to the Clinic Road junction of the bridge, that's where you would start experiencing light traffic, and then the gridlock builds after a few minutes. And then when you get off the bridge, light traffic, and then it suddenly eases out. Freeway until you arrive at CMS Garage. So it's a really good one for commuters this morning, especially those going from Ojodubeja bus stop, heading towards CMS Garage. So 40 minutes. If you're driving, remember, I always say it has to do with whether you are driving or not. So this has nothing to do with you boarding a bus, because we know, of course, when you're boarding a bus, it can be a lot trickier. You have to wait for the bus to load up. You have to wait for, the bus to stop at several stops before you get to your destination. So if you're driving 40 minutes, you're good to go this morning. Now let's take a look at another axis. I'm just going to first tell you how long it will take you. If you're going from Abule Egba bus stop to Mushin bus stop this morning, if you decide to pass through the Agege area, yes, so if your route is through Agege, it will take you just about an hour, 6 minutes to get to your destination if you are driving. Let's keep that in mind. If you decide, though, to pass the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, it will take you about an hour, 40 minutes. So from this, we can tell that you would be shaving about 32 minutes off your time if you decide to pass the Agege route. So you might want to consider that route, okay? So gridlocks, quite a lot of them. Prepare your mind for it from Dokpemu axis and, of course, from some other areas. Ikeja is like total gridlock right now. So just prepare your mind for all that gridlock this morning. I don't know why there's so much traffic on the mainland when we're expecting so much of it on, you know, the Third Mainland Bridge and the island axis. But it's fine. It's fine. The most important thing is to get to your destination safe and sound. Now, please keep in mind, drive carefully. Have consideration for other road users. That is extremely important. And I'm sure you arrive at your destination safe and sound. Now, I have to join the guys in the kitchen. You know how I've been telling you, I've been barely containing myself. Yes, the big reveal is about to happen. And I know the guys can't wait.
And it happens now. Da, 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 da.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome to our brand new kid on the block.
Definitely. Okay, we had to use kid because of course, you're looking at what it implies holistically, but it's more than just, it's more than the kid.
Yeah.
So when is the kid on the block, everybody expecting. But hey, we'll just allow him, we're going to allow him introduce himself. And,
I'm going to introduce him. Okay.
Allow me. You guys have just been going on about new kid instead of new man on the block.
New man, you know, that was
I'm
the
not
hashtag.
complaining.
You're feeling young.
I've been 15 for 25, for what?
What?
15 years?
Yeah. So add that, 40 years
Welcome
old.
to the team, Mazino Appeal. So
Thank you very much.
Mazino Appeal is a new member of the Wake Up Nigeria family.
Of course. He was born of 4 Maziakono Omamuzo Appeal. Okay, so the thing is that now, see, this is even the short form of the name. Yeah. From what I hear, the name is like 97 letters involved and all that. Now he's a native of Delta State and he studied botany at the Lagos State University.
Now, his undying passion for media and with a happy-go-lucky philosophy to life, it helped him make a smooth transition into broadcasting. You get it? Smooth. Smooth, yeah.
Yep.
2003 was when that happened, and he started as a voiceover artist and a sports radio announcer at Brilla FM.
Now, since 2004, he has featured on many media platforms while remaining visually anonymous, being identified only by what I might call a golden voice.
Yes, speaking of the voice, yes, say something, just say something.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. You guys have pretty much said everything already. Thank you for the very, very interesting description.
We're not done.
I must say, very, very remarkable voice. You know, when people think of voiceovers, they're thinking of them, Wale Popopo, the very deep. But he has a kind of texture to his voice that is easily identifiable. When you hear what he's done, you know that it is Mazino Appeal. Now, his multifaceted communication skills got him on set with Ibuka Obi-Uchendu and Andre Blaze as co-host for Men's Corner on Ebony Live TV.
And one interesting fact about Mazino, which some of you might have figured out already, is that he is a biker. So don't be fooled by that calm, gentle look that you're seeing here. Yeah,
now,
that
course,
advert was not just...
It was not just for, you know, there was no stuntman. So if I, you know, you see a lot of people, you know, some of these actors doing mad stunts and you think, oh, no, they have like 2 or 3 stuntsmen, but this was him. Of course, we would love you guys at home to officially make a welcome to Wake Up Nigeria family, Mazino Appeal. Great to have you, great to have you. So some people got it. I don't know why they say new kid on the block and there's a boy calling Mike. I don't understand. People like me.
So who got it right? I wonder who got it right.
A number of people.
A couple of people did.
So what happened was that once someone put it and all that, they just went to his page and he now bared on his page. I would have, you know, there's somebody where you can take off your post. I'd have loved if it was possible for him to put up all his posts, because once they saw him coming on the bike, some people now went to his page and say, see this biker helmet.
I didn't really do much. My page was just regular, but once you associate Mazino bike, people are like, it's Mazino. So from then on, it was just Mazino. But before then, it was you featured. Mark also featured.
Somebody called Olamide.
Yeah.
Olamide is some sort of expert at everything. So.
Really? Good point. Because Olamide loves this leather jacket.
So this is where we kind of like semi-interview you.
Okay,
so
great.
Tell us, you're a family man?
Yes, I am a family man.
Okay.
I have one daughter, beautiful girl. Don't get me started talking about her because I won't stop today.
You won't stop.
I've been married for 5 years. I'm so sorry.
What? Why are you sorry? Why are you apologizing for being married?
No, I want an answer to that. Why are you apologizing?
Well, let's not talk about this now. Come on. Let's move.
In other words, she's been inspirational to you, obviously, because 5 years.
5 years. She has accommodated my excesses. She has bed with me through the entire media scene, and it can be really crazy, the attention that you get and all. I'm not saying stop the attention because it's needed, but I love her very much, my wife, and I love the gift which she gave to me, which is my daughter Rain.
Oh,
wonderful. So let's talk about your love for bikes when you do start riding, and that. I know it's adrenaline, man. When you're on that thing and all that, you feel like you're on top of the world. How did it start for you?
Well, I've been riding for 15 years. It's adrenaline the first 2 years. After that, when you're done with your first crash, then you're like, okay.
Wow.
Then there's getting married. Once you're married, you're like, okay, I'm responsible for somebody else, and then there's having a kid. So everything just kind of like
it stepped down,
calms you down.
Yeah. You don't fly.
I don't do it for the speed. I do it for the distance. I'm a lover of Nigeria. I love to travel, so I go places all the time on my bike, and people wonder how you can do that distance on a bike, and I say it's faster and safer.
Okay.
Fact is, you can experience places around you better when you can put your feet down and touch the ground instead of being encapsulated inside of a car.
Okay.
So
I like that.
I love the experience. And if you have a calm spirit, I think it's a hobby that you should take on. You'll really enjoy it.
There are some wives looking at their husbands that asked for bikes, and they're like, don't even think about it.
Someone said something. I said that there are some people that have I don't know what it's called, a phobia for their feet not on the ground. So they don't swim, they don't fly, they just always want to be in contact with the ground.
Biking is for you, I guess.
So biking is for you, definitely. That's what he's talking about here. And then for media, let's talk about your media journey.
My media journey has been a very long one. It's been 15, 16, 17 years now. Started as a voiceover artist, and I like to always say, first off, I'm a voice guy, a producer. And then went on to radio, did radio for about exactly 15 years now. And then it's been a long time coming, television, especially live television. I've refused many proposals to go on TV, but eventually I had to. Was on with Men's Corner with Ebuka and Andre Blaze. Great personalities, by the way, especially Andre Blaze. I'm a very intelligent person. So when that opportunity came, I'm like, okay, fine, enjoyed it. And then there's this. The road here, by the way, has been long. It's been about 5 years.
You've been trying to get here for 5 years, really?
Wow. I've been trying to work with you for 5 years, so 3 years at least.
Me?
Oh,
wow.
He has.
I really have to say, so when people hear your voice, they don't understand the experience that has come with that. And they also don't see the crazy side to you either. We saw a bit of that on Friday in-house. The games master himself. He came up with a game like this, and we went on air with it, and it was so much fun. So I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of fun having you here.
I'm sure.
Definitely.
And so you need to welcome him. Give him the special Wake Up Nigeria welcome on social media.
Let's know what you think. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. I'll read your tweets later on.
Okay, you know what? I just want to ask you this quickly.
Okay.
We already have a food person in the house, but I hope you're not trying to take his position.
Wow.
It depends.
Whose position? You people have not seen me of recent.
Wow.
Are you a foodie as well?
Really?
I am a foodie, actually.
Okay.
But as soon as I got married, I just relinquished everything to the wife. I'm so sorry, that sounds so bad, but she is a better cook than I am, so it's best that she just do it.
Okay.
I love the tasting part.
On Wake Up, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn a lot of cooking here.
Yes, you are.
You're gonna learn. Even he did, as in we were surprised. Like
I learned cooking.
You learned cooking.
I learned cooking.
You did.
Who ate the food I cooked?
You know what,
Maybe
Mike?
because as it stands now, you eat the food I cook now. I don't know whether they need isolation center for you.
Wow.
Probably. I don't know.
You know what we're going to do, Mike, you and I? We're going to have a hamburger contest.
Hamburger.
Who makes the best one?
Oh, I thought it was the eating part because you are just wasting your time.
I make
You will
a
be the only
mean-
one to make the good one.
So this is enough time. So you have to go and practice then.
No, there's no practicing. Agege bread and akara. You have the best burger ever anywhere.
Risky
No be those
burger.
Not agege bread. I just put it. I know you not put akara crumbs. You not press it.
Stop giving him ideas.
Bread.
I'm trying to win here.
Wait, so this is fried egg here, suya on top, then the agege bread.
You went to Unilag.
Then you now press it.
Titi went to Unilag. This is how Unilag. All right, thank you for welcoming Mazino. Keep it going on social media. We'll take a break now, and we get back. It's Daily Vulnerables in Tech.
Arguments happening in the world today. These are another word. Social arguments happening in the world. Race, gender, sexuality, color, capitalism. Social media, certain social media. I don't like to beat up on Twitter because Twitter has done a lot of good for the world. But Twitter, there's a lot of arguments, and if you step aside and you look at them, you'll be like, the beauty of life is lived when you are in a space of curiosity, eternal curiosity. And you cannot be in a space of curiosity and openness if you're always taking a stand. Some of us have taken a stand on so many issues. Some of us are taking a stand on whether people should drink milk. Some of us are taking a stand on whether parents should, attend PTA meetings. Some of us have an opinion about every single thing. So when we go online, if somebody expresses an opinion, we oppose it because we have another thought. And this is what I want to share about that. When you hear a thought, before you respond, can you do yourself a favor? Before you get into an argument that takes your time, can you say, I wonder if there is somebody who can explain this thing to me in a way that will make me sympathetic to the other person's views. I wonder if there's something I need to go and learn. Why are we in a hurry to share our opinions? Why? What is the thing that makes us think I have to say something about every trending topic? I must comment about everybody that disagrees with me. Does peace of mind and does change really come from that? I don't think so. I think it's important for us to be curious more than to be certain. To say, that's interesting. I never thought of it like that. Let me go and think about it. And I tell you, I've done that so many times that when I do go and do the work of thinking about it, I realize I don't even need to come back to that person to speak because I've learned so much for myself. Curiosity over certainty. Curiosity over certainty. It will give you the space for a lot of joy.
Let's get straight. This morning we have some tech updates for you. Now, video platform Triller has filed a patent infringement lawsuit against its biggest rival, TikTok, and the parent company ByteDance. The suit, which was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Western Division of Texas, claims that TikTok is infringing on Triller's U.S. patent number 9,491,429. The patent covers systems and methods for creating music videos synchronized with an audio track. The patent credits Triller co-founders David Lieberman and Samuel Rubin as the inventors. It was originally filed on April 11, 2015 and granted on June 27, 2017. The patent describes a way to create video syncing to audio, including in some cases when one or more video takes are captured while the selected audio track plays. The company says TikTok is now infringing on this feature by allowing its own users to stitch together multiple videos while using the same audio track. Trilla's filing shows how TikTok works in terms of choosing a single audio track to play alongside a video. It also points to a TikTok newsroom blog post dated 11th of December 2019, where TikTok introduces a new green screen video effect. The post describes the effect as a way users can shoot other videos playing in the background synced to audio. This is presented as an example of the infringing use in the lawsuit. In the filing, Trilla says that TikTok was served notice of its infringement on July 27, 2020 by way of email. TikTok is not the only company to offer an app with video synced to an audio track like this, but it is the largest. Today, TikTok app has over 189 million US installs to date versus Trilla's 23 million plus, according to data from App Store intelligence firm Sensor Tower. The only other competitor to have more installs than Trilla is Dubsmash, with 41.5 million in US downloads to date. Lomotif, Aliki, and Byte have less traction with 21.2, 16, and 2.5 million US installs respectively. We understand that Trilla may be planning to pursue its patent claims against other competitors as well, including Dubsmash, Instagram, and Lomotif. But these claims may be filed one at a time rather than all at once, as the lawyers work to detail how each individual app experience infringes. Wow. This is not to get you scared. Of course, we know that the now and the future is all about technology. But hey, just to give you an insight into what the world is at this point in time. Hope you enjoy that. All right, that's all on Tech Updates this Monday morning. The first lap of the show is done. We'll take a break. Don't go nowhere. We're right back to more laps to go.
Hello and welcome to the second hour of your favorite breakfast show. We had a really great start with an amazing first hour.
Of course, now the second hour, of course, would like to start it with some positive words to get your day kicking, all right?
As you begin this month with us, it will bring us nothing but happiness and pleasure for you and your household.
And of course, to partake in what she said, you have to tune in early, weekdays, 6 a.m. for a great time with all of us here.
Yes,
We're going to do our best to make your day a fabulous one and, of course, more colorful.
Welcome to the second hour of your top-notch, unequivocal, unmatched, premium entertainment show. This is Wake Up Nigeria.
Fantabulous. Now remember to go about your day, keep all the necessary hygiene standards. Of course, go out with your face masks, wash your hands, take about your hand sanitizer. If there's some places you're not going to enter with your face mask, of course, by the end of this week up until next week, there's going to be a resumption of churches and eating in restaurants and of course public gatherings.
But you have to have your mask.
You need to have your mask. It's in our hands now. The state governors told us, of course, that is for those in Lagos. In some other states around the country, it was already open. But for us in Lagos here, it's going to kick off from next week. So please do ensure that you stay safe. I am Mesikenor.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinsan. You can stream this show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. And like you now know, we've just added a brand new host to the Wake Up Nigeria family.
Yep, of course. Today is a day of big new things, as we have a new host, and of course, and it seems like a new chef, but she's been here with us, but she was on a break, a hiatus of some sorts, and after 7 years, she's back. BB Chef in the house.
BB Chef.
Well, yeah.
You see, he's giving you a taste of himself, literally. I deliberately used that word.
Thank you.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
No, I didn't.
He said she's a very distracting chef.
Isn't she?
Mazino,
Wow.
early in the morning.
Distracting.
I'm not there.
Are you distracted by the food? Hopefully it's
The food.
The
That's
food,
what I
the
meant
food,
to.
the food,
Right?
yes, the
Yes,
food,
okay,
yes.
very food.
The food is very distracting.
Food related.
Uncle
conversation.
Mazino.
Now, there's somewhere you can get a lot more of stuff like that, the food and all of that. YouTube, it's at TVC Entertainment. I know we have a number of recipes there and also other segments. TVC Entertainment, that's the channel. And of course, when you get there, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications.
Of course, we're not alone. We mentioned just now that we're going to be having the BB Chef cooking something sweet and sumptuous in that kitchen. And you need to stay close for that one. Now, and then, of course, we have something else coming up.
Yeah, it's e-learning. That's the Octopus Mom. You understand what all of that means. Our e-learning series, of course, kicks off today. Message John is going to be talking about Google Classrooms and how Nigerians can leverage digitally.
And then we also have our motivation
Motivation
segment.
this morning.
It'll be coming up.
That's motivation.
With Mr. Fola Daniels, if I can remember correctly.
Motivation.
Yeah.
Motivation. Motivation.
Yeah, Daniel, Adelesi, what is it with you this morning with that word?
Motivation.
No,
Motivation.
Mike is motivated.
Definitely.
You know you started the motivation this morning.
I did. What
Mike
did I-
is
how
going
did
to
I-
take over.
Oh, that's good.
So he has to keep the word.
I'm sure
on
I'm saying it.
repeat.
I'm sure I'm saying it because of that. But hey,
Okay.
motivation.
It's okay.
I think we should just have Mike be in the kitchen today.
No, he is in the kitchen.
He is.
He
Am
is.
I?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, motivation.
Yes.
That should motivate you enough.
There's motivation in the kitchen, of course.
What?
We know where the motivation is coming from.
Wow. Okay, so
Can we just move?
so
away from
Mazino, how's it feel so far? Still,
How's it feel so far on the sofa?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really?
See what I did there?
No.
Don't leave her.
No, she knows. So she knows. So how was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic. Absolutely enjoyed it. But most of it was actually mentally preparing to be live on TV.
Okay, good.
So it's not been bad up until then, until now.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
Wonderful. I started watching. What's it now? What's the one I started watching now? Which one?
You
which
know what?
one?
You're gonna tell
so
us.
many series. Well, we'll talk about
Yes,
that later.
there's a number of them. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Of course, it's time for us to take the news now.
Okay, so we'll begin this hour with reports from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC. The report says 304 new cases of coronavirus were recorded overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 43,841. Lagos recorded the highest number of new cases with 81 new infections, followed by the FCT with 39 new cases. Other states with high figures are Abia with 31 new cases, Kaduna 24, Rivers State recorded 23 new cases. These 5 states make up the new daily toll. So far, 20,308 people have been discharged, while 888 people have died from COVID-19 related complications. The schools are set to reopen for exit classes today, and the Ogun State government has made COVID-19 and malaria tests mandatory for boarding students. Special advisor to the governor on basic and secondary education, Ronke Shoyombo, says the students will only be admitted after presenting their certificates from specialized public health centers. She said the government will pay for COVID-19 tests in state-owned schools after negotiating a huge discount with some healthcare providers. Now, owners of private schools and parents are free to engage with any service provider of their choice, certified by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Now, about 170 Nigerians stranded in 3 East African countries as a result of the coronavirus pandemic have returned home. They were evacuated from Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania. The airplane which transported the returnees landed at about 3 o'clock this morning at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. In line with safety guidelines on COVID-19 prevention and control, the returnees will go on self-isolation for 14 days. To Kaduna State now, where Christians are calling on the government to step up efforts to end the killings in the southern region. They made the appeal at a special prayer and indoor protest over the recent attacks on communities in the state. Clad in black, they are demanding an end to the sad story. State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Joseph Hayab, says they are now really scared in the state. The Christians say they will be meeting by 2 p.m. every Sunday throughout the month to pray and condemn the killings.
We are not just going to pray, but we are praying for the entire nation, praying for Kaduna State in particular, because of the killings that are ongoing. I said ongoing because you go to southern Kaduna, go to Briningwari, you find people displaced. This is uncalled for. Let the government discharge her responsibility of securing lives and property of the citizens of this country.
To the U.S. now. Last week, President Donald Trump suggested that the U.S. presidential election slated for November be postponed, saying increased postal voting could lead to fraud and inaccurate results. He said the election should be held off until people could properly, securely, and safely vote. Mr. Trump is against the mail-in voting system, which U.S. states want made easier due to public health concerns over the coronavirus pandemic. Under the U.S. Constitution, Mr. Trump does not have the authority to postpone the election himself, and any delay would have to be approved by Congress. And that's it on the news updates for this hour.
So this is Big Gary once again on this high spirit flow. So today I'll be taking you guys on the high intensive interval training. So basically this workout helps to give strengthen your bone, your cardiovascular part of you, and also ensures that you get the full body pump. So we are just using 4 minutes to do this. Please ensure you follow my full steps, and also ensure that you're just watching whatever I'm doing and you're doing it at your convenience. Alright, so here we go. We're starting with the high knees. Alright. Okay. Easy. I always tell you enjoy your workout, okay? So this is high knees. Yeah, we're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go. We're moving to mountain climbers. Immediately. Alright? Yeah. The good thing about this workout is definitely you're going to grow stronger with this kind of workout. That's why it's called the high intensive interval training. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're moving over to close grip push-ups. Just where you are, you close your hands a bit and you go down. When it comes to push-up, take your time to maximize your gains. Execute the workout properly. Alright? Yeah, for beginners, you can take this moderation I'm about to show you. You stop here, put your knees on the ground, and you continue. Okay? So for my advanced trainers, you can return to what I just showed you before this. Alright? Yo, we're almost there. 5 seconds more. Okay? And one more. Yeah, that's it. So right now from here, we're going on the knee taps. So you can take your normal position, straighten your body, and you go. Alright? Just meet in the middle. Okay? Yeah. You can see I'm sweating right now. So I think if it is a sweating competition, I would win. Yeah? I'm dripping. Okay? I'm almost done with that. 5 more. Okay? 1. Definitely on all workouts, I always advise you involve your legs. So we're going on the single leg lunge. We start with our right. Alright? Woo! That's good. It's called a high intensive interval workout. See, I'm sweating. Just in how many minutes? This is it. It's always good you have a kind of workout like this before going out or starting off your day. Alright, we change the legs and we go. Yeah, we're almost there. Good one. Let's go. Good stuff. Alright? Take your time. Make sure you have a proper form. It's really important you have that. Okay? Let's go. And 1. That is it. I mean, you can see You can see me right now. It's very obvious. All right? This is called high intensity interval workout. So I just took you on 4 basic programs that anyone can do this from home, from anywhere, regardless of social distancing. So once again, I really appreciate you guys for joining me on this Aspirate Flow. So more times we're going to see, and I'm going to show you more workouts. See you same time next week. Stay tuned.
Okay, so here it is. We are in the kitchen this morning. We are with the beautiful Nasafina, aka BB Chef, and I love the spread here. Hello, how you doing, Nasafina?
I'm fine.
Been a while. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we cooking this morning?
So we are making Irish potato pizza.
Irish potato pizza.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So let's. What are we working with? What are our ingredients?
So before I list the ingredients, I would like to say like the health benefits of.
Okay. Good. Go ahead.
Yeah. So like they increase like digestion. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're rich in like vitamins, like vitamins like vitamin C.
Wonderful.
Helps for the skin.
Vitamin C is something that we need this period, especially, you know, with all that is flying around and all of that. Wonderful. So,
yeah. So to make our Irish potato pizza,
okay.
we have our bell peppers, scotch bonnet, crushed garlic, olive oil.
This is garlic,
salt,
crushed garlic. Okay,
that's
wonderful.
garlic.
All right.
Salt,
Okay.
eggs,
All right.
sausages, and cheese, smoked chicken, and seasoning.
And seasoning, all right.
And
that's
onion.
Okay, that's cheese.
And of course, our Irish potatoes.
What if I want to use sweet potatoes?
Yeah, you can use sweet potatoes, but like Tim Fit's farm.
Okay, Tim Feeder. So Irish potatoes will be a much more, maybe less calories.
Yeah,
for an option with less calories. Okay, I like that. Okay, so let's see. And then we have our eggs here. Wow, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. Wonderful.
6 eggs, actually.
6 eggs.
Yep.
This eggs, the calorie here would, are you sure?
Eggs are good now.
Okay, eggs are good. Okay, so we are waiting for, how long has that been boiling for?
For like 3 minutes. I'll remove it now.
Okay. But do we allow it get very soft? Or what level do we allow it boil off to?
Just like normal.
Okay, just like normal, as though it's ready to eat or something like that,
I think
right?
it's high time I remove it.
Okay. All right, that has been boiling. I mean, Baby Chef has already been here since like 5 a.m. So, yeah, she's already been getting the whole spread set for us here. Okay, so, and then we use a sieve, right, to ensure that the water goes out, right? Okay, so let's see how that goes. Oh, wow. And is there any reason why you cut them into small pieces?
Yeah, so they can, like, I'm trying to make them, like, form together.
Okay, so it's going to be easier that way than smaller pieces than if they were in very big pieces.
Yes.
Wonderful. It's going on well. Oh, well, there's a lot we're doing here. We're getting set. We'll get to show you. We'll take a break now, get to show you how we put this together. But hey, we are started and it's going to be wonderful. I'm looking forward to what BB Chef has for us.
It's going
today.
to be a lituation.
Hey! Hey, lituation. All right, we'll take this break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
All right.
Welcome back. Now, there are a few things you should note happened this week in history. Now, Mazino is joining us on this one.
Yes, indeed. So,
minutes. Now, he became the most famous vaudeville act in America, often filming his escapes. But the magician finally died in 1926 of peritonitis and a ruptured appendix. So appendicitis basically took this guy out.
He had survived everything else.
He had survived every other death-defying stunt.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
All right, now, let's move on now. August 3rd, 1900, Firestone Tire and Rubber Company was founded by Harvey Firestone. Now, the company of Akron began balloon tire production. It had previously experimented with large section, thin wall tires with small bead diameters for special purposes, but none had been, put to commercial market by then. Later in the business, Firestone became the original equipment supplier for Ford Motor Company automobiles, who were responsible actually for every single automobile at that time on the road, and then competed with Chrysler. And that was in 1988. The company was sold to Japanese Bridgestone Corporation. That's what we have.
So when it comes to tires, a lot of people don't realize that tires were a new thing
back then, because
as at 1900s.
What they used to do I have so much of these information, I don't know what to use them for. I guess this is it.
Yes.
They used to have, what do you call them, wooden tires, and then they'd outline them with leather. It was very uncomfortable. So to have balloon tires was much more comfortable back then.
So there was basically no shock absorber on the road. So imagine those leather tires hitting the ground, every single bump.
Everything transmits all the way into your body.
So the rubber was to absorb the shock of the movement. And this is as far back as 1900. So there's some companies that you have to just give respect to.
Yeah, true.
Some brands,
Firestone, Bridgestone, and of course Ford. And by the way, there's a direct correlation with how much pressure you have in your tire to how much fuel you use.
Wow.
I see people running on almost flat tires and I'm like, don't you notice how much fuel you're using? If you have them inflated to the right pressure, you use next to nothing.
Reduce your expenses, I guess. Now, that's all we have time for on This Week in History. But it's interesting what you can find out if you just go check what happened back in the day. I think we're going to take a quick trip back to Mike in the kitchen.
Very motivated Mike.
What trip are you going for? Which trip to which kitchen? It's not far, but hey, wonderful day. Some conversations around what happened this week in history, all right? So, but hey, come on, we've started, and that's our pizza.
For the oil to heat up.
Okay, for the oil to heat up. This is what kind of a pan is this?
This is like a non-stick pan.
Non-stick. This is like the best I've ever seen, man. It has some.
It's my special.
It's your special pan, right?
Yep.
Okay, non-stick pan. I know ladies don't joke with this and all of that. Okay, so that's the olive oil that's going inside, right? That's the olive oil. Okay, and remember where we spoke about our potatoes? Our Irish potatoes are already out, and of course they're in a sieve, so we make sure that the water is already out. And then we whisked this, right?
Yeah.
It looks wonderful. That's our egg. We had 6 eggs here, right?
6 eggs.
Okay, that's because of the size we want to do, right?
Yeah.
Could we have used less, or this is just optimal for the size we need? Okay, so first off, our onions goes in.
Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's it. And why for you? I just want to know for you, why olive oil instead of maybe ground oil?
Because it's low in fat, and olive oil is like the best oil.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So, like she said today, when we wanted to start, most of what we're doing is healthy food, lower calories. For those of you who are hoping to keep your weight at a certain level, this is one for you, right? Maybe, what other options would we have for the chicken and the sausage in case you want to just...
You can use anything.
Okay.
You can use fish, fillets. You can use pomo, anything. So I'm adding my crushed garlic.
Your crushed garlic, that's what's going inside, right? So I know pomo is leather, and people say pomo doesn't have any nutritional value. So that means there are no calories, right? If that reason is okay. So maybe pomo inside pizza might be a lower calorie option. Probably.
Just call that. What will you call that?
Hey, that is local. That is a, what do you call this one now? You call this one?
This is Irish potato.
Irish potato pizza. That's what you call it. Irish potato infused with local delicacy pizza.
Oh shit.
Badass. That's what you call it.
So okay, I'm adding my Scotch bonnet.
Okay, what's the traditional name for the Scotch bonnet?
Atarodo.
Oh, Pepe. That's the Scotch bonnet. See the name, just looks like one actress name. But hey, come on, that's the Atarodo, Pepe getting in and all of that. So I found out that they said this thing is just for garnishes. Not like it really has pepper inside and all of that. The bell peppers.
It's like our local.
Spicy.
Yeah, it's not spicy. It's just
the
moderate.
One, eh? Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we have 3 variants of bell pepper here. Yes. We have yellow, green, and all. I know that it's also for coloring. That's why you also put this together too, right? Yeah. Wonderful. So, aha! This is the most important part, at least for me. And that's it. After this other ones, they don't matter that much. Okay.
So I'm adding my smoked chicken.
Wow. Smoked chicken.
No bones. Breast, chicken breast.
So what if you put, the bone in pizza will really not flow. It will really not flow. Okay, that's our cheese that you're putting by the side there, of course.
Yes, and our sausages.
Sausages are going in at the same time, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. How long should this cook for or fry for?
For like 2 minutes max.
2 minutes. Okay, so we're doing all of that here. Okay, all right. We had already shown you the ingredients. Of course, that's it. For those of you who love the recipe, you can take this down. We have egg, onion, sauce, cheese, olive oil, seasoning, bell pepper, 3 variants, the green, yellow, and red. And then, of course, our base for this is Irish potatoes. We've got smoked chicken and our, what's it now? Sausage. Smoked chicken and sausage. And I gave an option. This just came to me. It was a touch from the spirit that if you want something with lower calories, Bomo will be very good for you.
So I'm adding seasoning.
Okay, our seasoning cubes are going in, right? Our seasoning. But seriously, has nobody ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of that? Baby Chef, I'm giving you an idea.
Thought of what?
Using Bomo. It will give it some kind
I'll
of...
try my new...
Okay, see, we're already collaborating well. So we'll try that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so, okay, we use just 3 seasoning cubes there. I said this will go for like 2 minutes while we ensure that it doesn't get burnt and all of that. Wonderful. I'm really looking forward to how this turns out. That alone is already, that's the most important part for me. That's the most important part.
Guess what's going in next?
Okay, egg?
Nope.
Cheese?
Nope.
Irish potatoes?
Yes.
I wanted to say that, but I was just playing the game. I was just playing along. Okay. Wow. So at the end of this thing will turn out to be pizza, right?
Yes.
Man, you guys are magicians. You are a magician. Now that's it. So the Irish potatoes have gone in. And, whoa, that's looking nice. That's looking nice. Okay, we spread it out. Okay, that's why maybe the egg has to be the final thing, right? When is the cheese going to go in?
I'm going to add my...
Okay, this is, what's this now? Thyme?
Coriander thyme.
Coriander thyme. Those ones are very, very necessary in the whole...
And this has to cook in low heat.
Low heat, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that means low heat. Please, you have to take note that this goes in... Why low heat?
Because it takes time to like form together.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So if you cook in low heat, that means that you're going to say maybe like, how long would you cook it?
10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, okay. All right, so we'll definitely get back to show you how this turns out and all of that. But this is looking wonderful. This is looking lovely and all of that. How long is the egg coming in soon?
Yeah, but I have to add the cheese first.
Okay, the cheese will go in there first, right?
Yes.
Why cheese?
Just to make everything...
Can I use butter?
Together. No, you can't use butter.
You can use butter. What margarine?
No.
Why? So cheese is really does the job, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's the cheese going in, and it's going in via a grater or something. Is that?
Yes, you're right.
See, I know my culinary skills are not for joke, yeah? Okay, so it's going in via a grater and all of that cheese. See, I'm just that sous chef that you need. So let me know. Hit me up. Let's collabo. Let's do something. Okay. All right. So this is all going.
So you just want to test and see if the seasoning.
Okay, wonderful. While all of this is going on, we'll get to show you, this will cook for like what now, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes. We'll take that break. We're not going to show you all of that, but hey, come on. We'll come back later and let you see what next or what last we have to do. We'll just take a short break now. Don't go nowhere. We will be right back.
Don't go nowhere.
You're welcome back on Wake Up Nigeria. So, on Motivation today, we have been joined by Fola Daniel Adelesi, a professional public and inspirational speaker. Are you there? Can you hear me, Mr. Fola Daniel?
Yes, I can hear you. It's a pleasure to join you today.
Thank you very much. As a trained communication expert and a renowned author with more than 5 published books, he'll be talking about opinions. Now, according to him, opinions don't pay bills. So he'll be giving us reasons why we shouldn't take other people's opinions too seriously. So welcome to the show again, Mr. Fola Daniels. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. My pleasure to be with you again.
And you too. All right. So why shouldn't I be too concerned about people's opinions about me?
Okay, the first and the most important thing you need to note is that there are people who spend too much time thinking about the opinions of other people. What will people think? What will people say? You want to build a house? What will people think? What will people say? You want to buy a car? What will people think? What will people say? You want to buy a phone that's going to work for you? What will people think? What will people say? Anything we want to do, most times, a lot of people just, the next thing that comes to their mind is, what will people think? What will people say? And you bet that what will people think? What will people say has been the biggest impediment to the success of so many people. They have the capacity, they have the wherewithal, they have the energy to make that thing happen, but they've been thinking about the opinions of other people. You need opinions if you're trying to improve on what you have done. You need opinions if you're trying to make something better. But if the opinions are going to impede your progress, if the opinions are not going to allow you to execute what you have already planned, then you shouldn't focus on those opinions, because opinions of other people will not pay your bills.
Right.
It's the results that you get that will pay your bills.
Okay. Now, but that seems easier said than done, because in the culture of society that we live in today, what people say behind you or when you're not present is your general standing in the community. And this is something that we carry on our shoulders all the time. It's very hard to say, I'm not going to think about that while I'm going about my daily business or whatever it is I'm about to endeavor in.
That's right. And that's one of the reasons why we're telling people that opinions don't pay. You see where opinions have gotten us to? Take, for example, before the pandemic, we used to have several parties. And if someone is having a party, they bring an expensive material or an expensive fabric to you and ask you to buy it so that you can come to the party. You have more important things to do at home, but you say to yourself, oh, what would they say if I don't go to the party? Oh, what would they say if I don't buy the fabric? And you don't have the means within your budget to buy that fabric. You know that there are more pressing things, or you have an investment plan. The price for the fabric can go into better things, but because you are more focused on what will people think, what will people say, you focus on buying the fabric. So you are pleasing a lot of people to your own detriment. Imagine you have 500 people in your office working with you. If all of them keep bringing a fabric to you at 30,000 naira each, how many fabrics will you buy in a year? Or let's say you attend a party every year and you're every week, and you're spending 30,000 naira on each fabric, and there are 52 weeks in a year. How much would you have spent buying the fabric?
I think you're targeting a very special set of people there.
So most times we focus on what people are going to say, and we keep killing ourselves. You know, sometimes people are buying cars not because they can afford them, but they are buying the cars because of opinions of other people. People say, oh, you're now a big man, you should own a car. And then people go and borrow the money they don't have, the money they can't afford to pay back, to buy some of those cars. People say, oh, you shouldn't be looking this way. You should be, shopping in this particular part of town. You need to live in this side of town. And when you have issues paying your rent, they won't come to your aid. You must understand that the opinions of other people will not give you peace of mind. You need to do what gives you peace of mind and not focus on the opinions of other people. You need to live in places that you can afford. I've been to places and people say, oh, you should be living in this part of town. I'm sure you've heard that before. They say, you should be living in this part of town. And if anybody tells you should be living in this part of town, tell them, are you going to give me the rent?
Sure.
If anybody tells you should be driving this kind of car, tell them, are you going to buy it for me? If you buy it for me, I don't have a problem with that. Now, I understand what some of them are trying to say, but you should not focus on their opinions and drive yourself based on their opinions, because that's not how you're going to sort the bills when you get into trouble.
And very often these decisions come with composite demands. You want to move from this poor part of town to that high class part. Everything else escalates, from how much you buy your daily shawarma to how much you pay for your child's school fees and everything.
That's because you're going to try to impress people who don't know what you have. You're going to try to impress people who really don't know how much you earn. And you are the one under pressure. They are not the one under pressure. The best they will do is, once you say, oh, I've moved to Victoria Island, you say, wow, congratulations, now you're a big man.
That's where
but when your landlord comes, your landlord does not collect rent or does not exchange reputation for rent.
So Father Daniel,
your landlord doesn't care.
What do we need to do or how is it possible to change this perception for people? What do they need to start thinking of first?
The first step you need to take is to make a resolve never to take a decision based on popular opinions alone. That's one. Two, you must ensure that you are not refusing to do what needs to be done based on the opinions of other people. If you can live in a poorer part of town for now and save up for a bigger day, please, that's what you must do. Not minding what other people are going to say. If 1 million people come to you asking, for example, some people know me. Once you talk about fabrics for parties, they will not even bother to bring it to me again because I won't buy. They won't bother bring it. So you need to take a stand, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be you, maybe your wife and your children. All those other people who think this is how you should look, this is the way you should dress, they're not going to be there. So you must take a stand, never to buy things just because of what people think, never to refuse to do something just because people are going to say this. If you really want to do something, go ahead and do it, because people will still talk. If you don't do it, people will talk. If you do it, people will talk. So just do what makes you happy and let them talk.
So all well and good. So yeah, don't make those decisions based on what people or the opinion people have or perception people have of you. However, are there very unique circumstances or situations where it is absolutely important that you take that into consideration? Is it rare?
I agree with you. I agree with you. But, sometimes people take it to the extreme. It's very important for you to be able to see when people are trying to blackmail you. Sometimes we don't understand that we're spending on the basis of emotional blackmail. People blackmail you into spending the money you don't have. People blackmail you into taking decisions that you should never take. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you shouldn't respect the opinions of anyone. I'm not saying you shouldn't respect the opinion. There are certain things when the opinions of friends, family matter actually. And once you know that these people have your genuine interest at heart, yes, their opinion counts. But when people blackmail you into taking decisions, into doing things that you really cannot afford, that's when opinions don't count. And you need to be careful, because you're going to be left with the trouble at the end of the day.
So as a people, and I mean generally now as Nigerians, how long do you think it's going to take before we start to change that perception? It's been generations since we've been schooled to the thought of, hey, once you get your first money, you buy a car and then move and then, get married and then, all of that. How long will it take for us to change that perception as a people, as a culture?
The minute you realize that you have a goal and that goal must be achieved, it's just 1 second. And really, it won't be that easy, but make sure you win the first battle. The first battle is with denying the first fabric that comes. Once you deny that, it encourages you, and you know that you can deny the next one. Or maybe you used to buy 10 fabrics from different people before. You can reduce it and start buying only 5. That's the first victory. If you used to buy 20, reduce it, buy only 4. Cut down on those frivolous things. And
frivolous,
just do something because you want to do it, not because others think you must do it. That's the whole essence of it. And that's how you're going to succeed.
Daniels.
You do something because it's what is to be done.
All right, final question here, a fun one. What do you drive? Is it a big car?
I don't drive a big car because I really don't care. I don't care about the opinions of people.
It's all good. Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed you for Motivations this morning. Looking forward to having you back on the show here on Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay tuned, everybody else, because when we get back, it's going to be the 3rd hour. It's going to be fun. And we're here all the way till the end. Stay tuned.
Yeah, now if you ask me, that was a great way to end the first 2 hours of the show. The last 45 minutes is going to be equally remarkable.
Now, of course, you know how it is. The show gets better. And with this last lap and this addition to the Wake Up family, now the last 45 minutes promises to be worth every minute.
Yes, indeed. And if you're wondering what we're talking about the one and only new host of Wake Up Nigeria.
Definitely.
Talking about Mazino Appeal.
Definitely.
And he did an interview just now. It was actually interesting.
Definitely.
And he's been on set all day. Initially, when we saw him, he had his helmet on, and then the big reveal happened about an hour ago. Welcome to the team, Mazino.
Very much. Thank you very much. Loving it here, I must say. Yeah, and have we gotten to the teaser bit yet? Did anybody win? I don't know.
Yes, we have the name of the winner.
Yeah, we're going to, when we take our social media segment, we're going to be looking at the winners, just one across Facebook, one across Instagram, and also one on Twitter. I'm Mike Mesikenor. It's great to have you.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinsan. Remember, you can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
YouTube, that's a place to get the whole show and, of course, segments. TVC Entertainment, that's the channel on YouTube.
You can also join us on Fridays for Wake Up Nigeria Extra at 2:30 in the afternoon.
All right, so, and then, of course, Baby Chef, how's that stuff going? How's that, the egg has gone in, it's slow cooking, right?
Woo!
Slow,
oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Steamy.
Whoa.
Smells good too.
Yeah, alternative to, baking.
Yeah.
So this is for folks who don't have access to an oven. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so remember we spoke to you about our e-learning series this month. Mercy John will be with us, and we're talking about Google Classrooms. And be serious.
So, how can Nigerians leverage digitally? That's the question, with the e-learning series. And, I just finished, I was chatting with my kids' teacher just now. They're actually, even during the holidays, they're insisting that the kids keep reading, keep going online, because it's become a part of them now. And we read in the papers earlier today that some of the higher institutions are having challenges getting their students to be more engaged online. And I think it's a problem. If we don't start, catching them young.
Some children don't want to go back to school.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a battle to put the children back in that school mood.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that battle.
I don't know. I think well, it depends the age of the kids, because my daughter, for instance, can't wait to get back to school. We've been enjoying doing the whole e-learning thing at home and all. But just only last week she protested. She says, I want to see my friends.
Yeah.
So there's that bit of...
It's the friends part, not the teachers
but
part. They all want to see their friends.
You have to agree that that is also a part of the process, to learning, the companionship, the competition, and all of that.
Exactly.
So when that's missing, this is something that...
with the benefit of hindsight, when you think back to when you were at school, when you're on holiday, you look forward to school resuming, you want to see everybody again. Yeah. Just 1 week later.
You want to go back on holiday.
So a lot of things are changing in the schools now. So the schools are talking about having hand washing basins at every classroom having their own hand sanitizer, every teacher wearing a face shield, because the teachers are bearing down on these kids. They're so close to them. So it's still a bit nerve-wracking for me to let them into the world again. I'm still trying to develop that. I'm still nervous about it.
Kids are much more resilient
than you think.
Yeah. So if the fear is them going out there and bringing it back home, chances are slim. It might happen because there have been records of young kids actually coming down with the virus.
Yeah.
But the world has to move on at the end of the day, because we've taken such a break.
Take care.
That education is very important. What to do when they're out there in the open.
I remember when e-learning started with Open University, and so for your first year, second year, you'd write your exams on a system and all of that. And then you have people who are older; they start finding it hard. You understand? But now they now have to write exams virtually, and even when you get back, e-learning is not the. It seemed like you were you were different, but now e-learning is the thing. So even when there's somebody called pen on paper, but now it's not going to be pen on paper. Now you even have a system, and you're going to type on it. You're not going to start writing with the pen again.
Beyond e-learning, even meetings.
That's the way.
Yesterday, I was a bit emotional seeing my dad have a Zoom meeting with his old students association.
Wow.
Like, they meet every month. They haven't been able to do so for long. So they decided that, okay, you know what? Let's start doing Zoom meetings. Yeah. And then seeing my dad just holding the phone, and I'm like,
He didn't call you like, Mary, come and help me. What is this? It's not, they can't hear me.
It's happened to a lot of the older folk, but they're getting with the program though. I know my
they don't have an option.
Uses WhatsApp video call. You know, they don't.
They don't. I mean,
they have to.
I saw that video last week. My heart was beating. A farm they're using robots.
Oh,
a farm. So we, of course, it used to be fuel attendants. A lot of things are changing. If a farm, someone can say I can farm without even human beings. Look, man, at the moment your child can see, get them a system. Get them a system, man.
As little as a tab, even just start.
Get them a system, because it's going to be scary if you don't have IT skills. You can't do nothing again.
That's
well, we're going to be taking a quick look at the news updates. Mary, it's all yours.
Right. Thank you very much. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, reported 304 new cases of coronavirus overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 43,841. Lagos recorded the highest number of new cases with 81 new infections, followed by the FCT with 39 new cases. Other states with high figures are Abia with 31 new cases, Kaduna 24, Rivers State recorded 23 new cases. Now these 5 states and others make up the new daily toll. So far, 20,388 people have been discharged, while 888 people have died from COVID-19 related complications. So the school reopening now. Schools are set to reopen for exit classes today, and the Ogun State government has made COVID-19 and malaria tests mandatory for boarding students. Special advisor to the governor on basic and secondary education, Ronke Shoyombo, says the students will only be admitted after presenting their certificates from specialized public health centers. She said the government will pay for COVID-19 tests in state-owned schools after negotiating a huge discount with some healthcare providers. Owners of private schools and parents are free to engage with any service provider of their choice, certified by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Now, about 117 Nigerians stranded in 3 East African countries as a result of the coronavirus pandemic have returned home. They were evacuated from Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania. The airplane, which transported the returnees, landed at about 3 o'clock at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. Now, in line with the safety guidelines on COVID-19 prevention and control, the returnees will go on self-isolation for 14 days. To Kaduna State now, where Christians are calling on the government to step up efforts to end the killings in the southern region. They made the appeal at a special prayer and indoor protest over the recent attacks on communities in the state. Clad in black, they are demanding an end to the sad story. State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Joseph Hayab, says they are now really scared in the state. The Christians say they will be meeting by 2 p.m. every Sunday throughout the month to pray and condemn the killings.
We're going to pray, but we are praying for the entire nation, praying for Kaduna State in particular, because of the killings that are ongoing. I said ongoing because you go to southern Kaduna, go to Birnin-Gwari, you find people displaced. This is uncalled for. Let the government discharge her responsibility of securing lives and property of the citizens of this country.
To the U.S. now, where just last week, President Donald Trump suggested that the U.S. presidential election slated for November be postponed, saying increased postal voting could lead to fraud and inaccurate results. Now, he says the election should be held off until people could properly, securely, and safely vote. Mr. Trump is against the mail-in voting system, which U.S. states want made easier due to public health concerns over the coronavirus pandemic. Under the U.S. Constitution, Mr. Trump does not have the authority to postpone the election himself, and any delay would have to be approved by Congress. And that's it on the news update for today on Wake Up Nigeria. Let's
I I can create a class and train them how to navigate this and how to set up the classroom. You can do video call, you can do live, you can drop chat, they can work on a document collectively together. You can do so many things on this classroom. You can score the student, you can grade them, you can make sure they have visibility on how to. I mean, it's fascinating that I just had a free 5 days digital career training. And to shock you, over 600 and something registered in 1 week for this class. And I had to take them through GDPR, project management.
I wanted to ask about curriculum a little.
Okay.
What do you think? What sort of curriculum would be in there? Is it what the teachers input into it, or there's an already set curriculum in there for students of different ages?
No, there is no set curriculum.
Okay.
Start from scratch. Say, for instance, every school already have their calendar year, their curriculum planned out, okay? But no thanks to COVID, most children are not in school, so they cannot learn. I recently just went to my daughter's school to go and pick up all our school books and textbooks, okay? Teachers already know what they're supposed to do. So for instance, you're taking English, you're taking mathematics, you can break it down. You can even pre-schedule and send it to them. The power of the classroom for school is unprecedented. So schools can start leveraging, especially the public school, because I think they are the most part that have suffered so much in terms of not being up to date. So we are going to have a lot of disconnect. These children have been at home, they are binging on television, they are not learning. I mean, it shocked you that somebody graduated, they did not know how to navigate online. Just during the 5 days training that I had to expose people to GDPR, digital marketing, project management office, and this is the way organizations in the West are thriving, because they know how to set up systems, structures to help them scale. I mean, it's available there, but the disconnect is they go online, they're after certification. Certification doesn't help you. That's why in the West, they are not after your certification, they are after what you can do. How can you do this? How can you take this business from 0 to 100? That is so key. And we are not learning that. Our school curriculum is not helping us. So it's time for us to innovate. It's time for us to pivot. It's time for us to start leveraging this platform, especially the public sector. I know they are inundated. They don't even know how to navigate because they don't have the technical expertise. There are people that are willing to work. I am willing to work with them. We are willing to offer training. This COVID, I've trained.
You know, it's interesting that you would even mention the training part, because it's one thing to actually take the teachers through how to make use of this particular feature on Google. It's another thing for the children to understand how to make use of it as well. And so that could also prove to be a challenge. Some people see WhatsApp as, in quotes, easier because you can just put all the children in the group and do the general learning. So if you were to convince people to switch from WhatsApp, for example, to this classroom, I don't know how you'll be able to pull that off.
But I know that this is a series. We're taking this as a series.
Yes.
So definitely you can come back to explain so much more on this. You know, this is not the last time we're going to be seeing you. Please make sure you come back and share more with us. This is mind-blowing stuff. For a lot of people watching right now, they're hearing about it for the first time. Thank you so, so much, Mercy.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, I wish we didn't have to wrap up that segment. I wish we could take it further, but we have to take a quick break now.
Thank you for staying with us so far. And let's get to social media. Let's get your reactions and see what's happening and all of that. Our first tease, of course, was about the FA Cup final that happened over the weekend. Arsenal fans are in heaven. We'll talk about that. Mary is Mary's in like 11th heaven now. There should be a heaven higher than the 7th one now.
14th heaven.
Oh, 14th.
Oh my gosh. I feel so good.
Mary, don't leave us. 14th heaven.
Don't worry. I won't leave you, but I'm happy. Heaven. Like, this was needed. This was needed. I won't deny it. As an Arsenal fan, I feel like whatever people say about us being Lord of the FAs, that's fine.
All right.
But at least we won it.
Now, just before we talk about that, because we're going to have quite a discussion and banter, interesting banter. Number 3 trends in Nigeria or in Lagos. Hashtag Mazino joins TVC is trending. Great one, great one, great one, great one. 1,145 tweets.
Wow.
That's what we do. So, hey, come on, thank you.
That's interesting.
That's nice. Did you know you were trending?
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
The first time. Oh my God.
Thank you for welcoming the newest
Thank
member
you.
of our family. Thank you for all your love on social media. We see it, he sees it, and that's what we do. Yeah, we'll give you all that love. So, hey, come on. Thank you so much. Quite a lot of other trends, but then, hey, come on. Let's get back to banter. The 3 winners, I'll call out the 3 winners and all of that, but let's get to banter, which was our first call-out point today, and we had quite a number of responses. Let's see those responses now. Of course, what we put out was, let's know your thoughts on the FA Cup final. Tweet to us with the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. And these are responses. Mark, the soldier Otabo, says, it's a win-win. Arsenal just had to qualify. Okay, so Mark was... he was train 1 at Arsenal, even when they won. He says, Arsenal just had to qualify for the Europa League. Chelsea shouldn't beat themselves up that much. After all, they have a Champions League football, which is more delicious. Arsenal have embraced Europa life. It's becoming a norm, so I rejoice with them. What?
What
they
is
won
he
and you're
talking
still taking
about?
a shot at them.
The way Chelsea folks were looking like the world had come to an end after losing, you would think that it was bigger than what it is. So what is he talking about? Chelsea wanted that cup as much as Arsenal did. But Arsenal fought harder for it, and we are still going to be in Europe, even if it's Europa.
Voice quite a lot. Mazino is also a sports person and all of that. Mazino, what were your thoughts about the FA Cup final?
Well, both teams had they kind of like, one was hungry for it, one was prepared for it. So I guess it was a match. It was definitely going to happen. So
Okay, all right. Olatunde Olalaye says, when will Arsenal call us for reception? Or when you go to Emirates there in UK, it's not here. You want to catch reception? Says, this is at Ahmed Madasi. Says, I'm so excited to see the cup coming to Emirates, but Chelsea fans won't agree. Up Gunners!
Up Gunners!
Now, this is conspiracy theory. I don't know. Okay, no, not conspiracy theory, but still banter. Football is played with 22 players, not 21, for an important match, which ref favored the other.
Oh, please. Wow. I've been hearing that one. I've heard FA officials favored Arsenal, of which, let's remember that in most cases, Arsenal, you know, we're not usually fortunate with referees.
So incidentally,
so this is surprising.
Incidentally, the last time Chelsea met Arsenal in an FA Cup final, Chelsea also picked 2 yellow cards, making a red card.
Is there no?
So this is the second time. It was deja vu. It was deja vu for them. And Oscar said what everybody has been saying on that rap. Says, that match is being fixed already. No.
Yeah,
Don't just let us talk about it, because Chelsea fans, they para. Wait till with your para boiling, will you cook BB Chef's pizza? It won't.
Yeah.
So, no, just calm down. Your anger will not boil yam. I didn't give my butter to Folari. After the show, all those Chelsea fans, they just kept quiet. I know. Now, before the game, Chelsea thought they would win, but they are shocked. Lessons learned: don't count your eggs before hashing them. London is red.
Mike, did you notice that even the odds were against Arsenal? Initially, it was like 305, and then just before the game, it just suddenly went higher. So 320 to Chelsea 2-something, and I'm like,
those of you that want to celebrate Arsenal's win, you can go to
at this point, we need to, we have to say that food in the kitchen is really
it's
I don't
overwhelming.
know. Honestly, I don't know. And Mazino, I think since it's your first day, you're probably going to taste the food today.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll be expecting that.
Speaking of Mazino, some of the tweets on social media that we talked about earlier, we're going to call out the names of the winners. Mike, you have the names of the winners, yeah?
Yep.
You have them?
Yeah.
I think you should. Yeah. So we put it out there since last week, and we said that the first person to get it correct, that it was Mazino, was going to win something special. Yeah.
The first person did all the work, by the way, and then everybody else just kind of like followed suit.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
So it was the very first person. Yes. So the names of the winners are right there with you, Mike. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Dan Iyam is on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Unude Blessing, and on Instagram Dan Iyam, Twitter Fagbemi David, and on Facebook Unude Blessing Ogumokun. That's it.
Congratulations.
That's it. So goodie bag is coming
Let's
to
take
you.
it one more time, Mike.
Goodie bag is coming to you. Goodie bag is coming to you. Okay, all right.
Take it
Danny
one more
Yam
time.
on Instagram, on Twitter, it's at Fagbemi David, and on Facebook, Wunude Blessing. So hey, come on.
Congratulations
again.
They were the first people that got it right. And for those of you that wrote my name,
Narf.
I don't know what to say to you. I just don't know. Right? But yeah, you are winners. You get a goodie bag. We'll get across to you, of course, on social media, and get your goodie bag across to you.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank you for participating.
Definitely. Thank you for all your for all that you came in. Okay, so but we'll run up with this. We'll run up quite very soon. The main man, of course, was Aubameyang, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, captain of Arsenal, captain of Gabon, did wonderful, and I
hope he stays.
I'm extremely happy for Oba. Great performance. What do you think, Arsenal fans around the world? Do you think this FA Cup is enough to keep Aubameyang at the club? Before now, I think the issue has been about money. He has asked for a particular number of years and a particular amount, considering that Mesut Ozil has just been sitting down, doing nothing with all that money. But let me know what you think. Do you think Aubameyang will sign a new contract and stay with Arsenal after winning the FA Cup and getting into the Europa League? That win means that Tottenham, of course, would have to go through the qualification process for them to get into Europa League. They'll have to go to the far reaches of Europe, go to Transylvania or somewhere to play qualifying matches before they can get him. But hey, come on. Aubameyang is the man. 2 goals, of course, he's the king. Did you see how clumsy he was with the FA Cup, Mary?
He did it. No, it wasn't clumsy. If you watch it again, you will see that he deliberately dropped the cup. It was supposed to be for fun. The thing about Arsenal
off her mic, honorable.
We are a family. We don't take life so
honorable,
hard.
off her mic.
All right, now.
Honorable, off her mic. It's enough, honorable.
You want to remember, guys, let's remember, we're still trending right now, and I'm very happy to be
yes, you should bask in it.
It's the very first time for me, so I'm very happy.
You've never trended before? Really?
I don't think I can remember if it ever happened before, so please allow me to enjoy this.
Yes, enjoy it.
Congratulations to the winners again, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me just say.
Honestly, it's a pleasure. For those that are just tuning in now, Mazino is now part of the Wake Up Nigeria family. Whoop, whoop.
Loving it.
Yes, so we did say he was going to be the one eating the food in the kitchen.
Thank you.
In order for that to happen,
we have to
make a move to the kitchen very soon. But first day, how's it been?
Well, let me see now. This is it's pretty interesting. I've loved it, and it's like time went by like that. I can't believe it, but it's a great feeling to be part of you guys. Yeah, I feel you guys have just integrated me in so well. Aww. Thank you very much. And Titi's been my main tour master. Past week I've been here up until now leading. She also made my coffee today, but she promised that would be the last time.
Not again. You make your own coffee tomorrow. I just welcome you.
What was in there, by the way? It tasted good.
It's coffee and sugar, that's all.
Are you sure?
That's all.
Okay, that was a special brew.
But really, it's great to have you. Let's head over to the kitchen and have a taste of that meal. Oh, thank you.
All right, so
still doing you like visitor.
The baby chef is still here. So can you tell us just very fast, how did we?
Wow.
You know, it was both of us that did this together, right? Just tell us how we came by this, just very fast.
Okay, after we added the olive oil, we added onion, crushed garlic, and